Good evening. I am the narrator, and welcome to my parlor. Tonight's topic is The Greys continued. Naturally, they need more than just one video. On my last, I discussed their outward appearance and how it interacts with our psychology. On this one, I discussed their calling card, abductions. Granted, they're not alone in abducting, but they are the most commonly described. In the public mind, they are synonymous with them. I won't detail the history of abductions. Regular listeners know it. My interest is what it may or may not represent, and again, how it interacts with our psychology. Naturally, abductions are frightening, the very thought. One is taken from one's home or vehicle, one's clothes are removed, then one is subjected to bizarre, physically irksome procedures. Rarely do the entities communicate. Rarely, if ever, do they explain. The why is left to us to analyze and speculate on. Why it scares us is obvious. The abductee doesn't know what is transpiring, why they were picked, where these entities are from, what this seeming craft is or how it functions, how he was abducted, what the procedures are for. If he did, that alone would calm his nerves. The setting itself is unknown. He doesn't know what or where it is. We assume a spaceship interior as our materialist mindset so interprets. It's someone else's technology and design. He doesn't know where in space it is while he's aboard, the distance from Earth, or if he is even near Earth. Again, the interiors don't look like those of advanced spacecraft. Very rarely is a control deck described. Buttons, levers, display screens. Out of context, they could be interpreted as simply strange environs. The loss of control, the being taken over by others. It happens out of nowhere, and little can be done to thwart it. And Druffel says one can pray to God, to an archangel, or to Allah, depending on one's perspective. Thus, some Christians think they are demons, some Muslims jinn. But these names work regardless of actual belief. They don't always, and may in time stop altogether. This suggests the power of belief more than anything inherent to the names themselves. Though this is not to say they possess no power, and this is a blow against the ETH. These are flesh and blood aliens and nuts and bolts craft, and yet spiritually significant names thwart them. Utterances thwart technology. I digress. Most abductees are powerless. When on board, one can't go wherever one wants. One is led by handlers. When on the operating table, one is paralyzed. They can't move to thwart the procedures, they just have to accept them. Most are nude for at least some of the duration. Strangers see their bodies, including their genitals. Naturally, this is disconcerting, though the Greys are always nude themselves. But still, all their creases, blemishes, and other flaws are on display. Despite the claim that the human body is a thing of beauty, most aren't. The procedures, needles, tubes, fluid being drawn, being inserted, often without anesthetic, sticky substances being rubbed across the skin. Again, this is a blow to the ETH, as I have discussed. An advanced species using such crude technology, such crude methods with so little concern for the subject. Methods our own science outgrew years ago. Naturally, we assume they are malign. We interpret them as soulless scientists. Again, many Christians assume they are demons simply torturing abductees, as is their nature. Many Muslims assume the same, only they call them jinn. The sexual aspect. Many abductees describe being stimulated to orgasm, penetration with objects. Some male abductees describe congress with female Greys. Think Whitley Strieber. Again, ETH proponents think they may be interested in human sexuality or sexual responses. But they needn't do that as often as claimed to understand it. It's one of our simplest functions. Maybe these acts have supernatural significance, that they're a form of something. Maybe they're a way to bond abductee and abductor. In any case, they lend the Greys an air of creepiness. The emphasis on this has done ufologists no favors. Anal probes. The popular caricature of the yokel having his anus probed is easy to make. It makes the phenomena seem cartoonish and provides skeptics ample fodder. Still, it's part of the phenomena. Abductions may not be malign. We may just be childish and simplistic. Many things hurt but aren't bad. Some are for our benefit. Needles hurt, but inoculations are needed. Blood is drawn with them when donated or when cholesterol is checked. Surgery is incredibly invasive, hence anesthesia. Military training is mentally and physically demanding. The cadet is broken down and rebuilt as a new person, but again, it's needed and ultimately strengthens them. None of this is to say abductions are good, Greys are good, or are to be embraced. That would be as naive as thinking the opposite, but nuance is required. Parallels have been drawn between Abductions, and Shamanic Initiations. For those unaware, a brief overview. Shamanism is our species' earliest religious expression. It is universal. Every prehistoric culture had shamans, who are endowed with supernatural powers to benefit their tribes. They had to be initiated. Their soul would leave their body and meet creatures interpreted as supernatural. There, they were subjected to rigorous, frightening tests. One was being cut open and having bones and internal organs rearranged. Sound familiar? When it was done, they returned transformed with new powers and abilities. Many abductees describe changes to themselves after their episodes. Many become vegetarians and or take an interest in the environment. Many describe a new interest in religion where before they had been secular. Many even claim to have gained psychic abilities. These are consistent with changes described after initiations. Is this the purpose? Is this the Greys' intent? If so, they would be benign. Or maybe the phenomena are entirely unrelated and such changes are mere side effects. Either way, how do such procedures alter one's psychology? And if they are initiators, why do spiritually significant names at times thwart them? Some primitive cultures still have shamans who undergo initiations. For them, the initiators don't appear as Greys and the episodes don't occur on seeming spaceships. Again, this phenomena is said to be metamorphic. It changes its outward form based on culture. Could it tailor itself at the same time to different cultures? Fascinating. The abduction experience has been recreated through hypnosis. That is, psychologists have hypnotized subjects, guided them through stereotypical scenarios. They emerge with the memories and mental images, even the sensations. The subconscious is so strong that, when hypnotized, it can create actual sensations in response to the suggestions. If told a flame is being held to their arm, a subject will feel the heat, the skin will redden. If they didn't know they were hypnotized, they would have thought they were abducted. Skeptics can thus argue the whole thing is imagination to begin with. Or could entities use this to create experiences? Most abductions don't actually involve flying objects. Most abductees aren't beamed up into saucers, as it were. That comes more from popular culture. Mostly they're spontaneous, or when the person is asleep. What is the mechanism? Why are some abducted and not others? Above all, if these are shamanic initiations, why do the Greys not tell the abductee? Why do they let them flounder for answers? As always, if you have any experiences or insights and would like to share them on my channel, feel free to email me at tparish1.new.rr.com.